flipping through the newspapers, switching through multiple news channels, exploring different websites and online mediums for relevant news? Keeping up to date with important news is not only time-consuming but also requires meticulous upkeep of notes for thorough revision. With a limited period in hand and abundant resources to study from, do not let current affairs come in the way of your prelims success. Join the PT 365 program by Vision IAS and advance in your preparation for current affairs. Starting on 9th January at 5 p.m., this 20-day course offers comprehensive coverage of 1 year of current affairs in 60 hours. Join for improved knowledge with complete coverage of The Hindu, Indian Express, PIB, Economic Times, Yojana, Economic Survey, etc. Doubt-clearing sessions and mentoring for thorough knowledge. Access to Sandhan personalized test with 25,000 plus questions. Access to live and online classes for flexibility in timing. It's time to devote your energy to smart learning and not running. Enroll today and excel in UPSC prelims with a strong command of current affairs.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News Today. Without delay, let's have a look at the headlines first. District Mineral Foundation completes 10 years. Parliamentary Committee on Public Accounts sought comprehensive review of GST framework. WHO released new guidance on mental health policy and strategic action plans. Ministry of Science and Technology unveiled BioSaarthi mentorship initiative for biotech startups. NHAI completes largest infrastructure investment trust monetization in roads sector. In our first news for the day, we take a look at a decade of District Mineral Foundation or DMF, a significant initiative that has played a crucial role in supporting mining-affected communities. The Ministry of Mines, through an amendment to the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act or MMDR Act in 2015, made a provision for the establishment of DMFs in all mining-affected districts. Let's understand the framework of DMF. These foundations have been set up as a non-profit trust across 645 districts in 23 states with the primary objective of working for the benefits of persons and areas impacted by mining activities. While their composition and functions are determined by state governments, DMFs also bear the responsibility of implementing the Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana or PM-KKKY. Under this scheme, 70% of the funds must be allocated to high priority sectors while 30% can be directed toward other priority areas. Over the years, DMFs have amassed more than 1,03,000 crore rupees, signifying their financial strength and potential impact. However, despite these efforts, several challenges persist. One of the major concerns is the issue of unspent funds. More than half of the collected funds remained unutilized due to poor execution and deployment. In fact, only 3 states have successfully allocated over 70% of their funds toward high-priority sectors. Another critical issue is the lack of local representation. The governing bodies of DMFs are dominated by officials and political members, with only 5 states incorporating representatives from mining-affected communities. Moreover, the absence of long-term planning has also hindered the initiative's impact. Despite a 2022 directive, no district has published a 5-year perspective plan for fund utilization. Adding to this, DMFs have not conducted social audits or impact assessments, making it difficult to measure the effectiveness of their investments. So, what can be done to address these issues? Experts suggest that DMF bodies need restructuring to enhance the representation of mining-affected communities. Additionally, the establishment of an independent DMF investment board could help in prudent fund management. There is also a growing call to align DMF investments with just transition measures, ensuring that the funds are used effectively for sustainable development in these regions. As we mark 10 years of DMF, the initiative stands at a crucial juncture. While it has brought in substantial financial resources, its true success will depend on how efficiently these funds are utilized for the welfare of mining-affected communities. In an important update on the Goods and Services Tax or GST framework, the Parliamentary Committee on Public Accounts has recommended a comprehensive review of the GST system to address various challenges faced by industries and businesses across the country. The Goods and Services Tax or GST was launched in July 2017, following the enactment of the Constitution 101st Amendment Act 2016. It is a comprehensive, destination-based indirect tax imposed at every stage of the supply chain, effectively eliminating the cascading effect of taxation, tax on tax. A key feature of GST is the input tax credit or ITC mechanism, which allows businesses to reduce their tax liability by claiming credit for the GST paid on their purchases. GST has also subsumed multiple central and state-level taxes. The central taxes that were merged into GST include service tax, central excise duty, and additional duties of excise. On the other hand, the state taxes that were replaced by GST include value-added tax or VAT, sales tax, central sales tax, purchase tax, and entertainment tax. This unified taxation system aims to simplify compliance, enhance transparency, and create a seamless national market. Let's now look at the key issues highlighting the need for review of GST framework. One of the primary concerns is the complexity of compliance for micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs. Many small businesses struggle with the inverted duty structure, leading to an increased administrative burden and financial stress. Similarly, exporters are facing delays in input tax credit or ITC refunds, which is affecting their cash flow and global competitiveness. Another pressing issue is the impact of GST on steel rolling mills. Due to tax evasion by scrap dealers, these mills end up paying dual taxes, making it difficult to claim ITC. As a result, some businesses are even relocating to states that offer GST relaxations, creating disparities in the sector. The online gaming sector is also under scrutiny for tax evasion, despite recent amendments aimed at regulating the industry. However, tax evasion continues due to the sector's diverse business models. Since October 1, 2023, online gaming is taxed at 28% GST, and suppliers of online money gaming are required to register under the Simplified Registration Scheme of the IGST Act. Additionally, the Directorate General of GST Intelligence or DGGI has been given the authority to direct intermediaries to block unregistered offshore gaming platforms that violate the IGST Act. To address these challenges, the Parliamentary Committee has suggested several measures. A simplified GST compliance framework tailored specifically for MSMEs should be introduced. Additionally, a fast-track refund processing system for exporters should be set up to ensure smooth ITC claims. The committee also called for a detailed independent study to understand the revenue models used by gaming platforms and develop comprehensive guidelines suited to this evolving sector. The recommendations highlight the need for a more transparent and efficient GST framework to support businesses and promote economic growth. Now we focus on a crucial development in global health. The World Health Organization has released new guidance on mental health policy and strategic action plans, replacing its 2004 framework. This new guidance aims to provide countries with a clear roadmap for strengthening mental health systems worldwide. A key highlight of this updated framework is the emphasis on integrating mental health as a core component of universal health coverage or UHC. This ensures that mental health services are not sidelined but are treated as an essential part of healthcare systems globally. Before we move further, let's understand what mental health really means. According to the World Health Organization, mental health is defined as a state of well-being that enables individuals to cope with life's stresses, realize their potential, learn effectively, work productively, and contribute to their community. However, in India, mental health disorders remain a pressing issue, with 10.6% of adults suffering from mental illnesses as reported by the National Mental Health Survey or NMHS 2015-16. The WHO guidance on mental health reform outlines 5 key policy areas that are essential for effective transformation. First, strengthening leadership and governance is crucial to ensure sustainability, accountability, and the successful implementation of mental health policy reforms. Next, community-based mental health services emphasize the development of comprehensive, rights-based, person-centered, and recovery-oriented support systems. Equally important is workforce development, which focuses on building a diverse, competent, and resilient workforce capable of delivering person-centered, rights-based mental health services. Additionally, person-centered assessment and interventions play a vital role by implementing rights-based and recovery-oriented assessments, interventions, and support mechanisms. Lastly, addressing social determinants expands the mental health sector's role in tackling social and structural factors that influence mental well-being. Now, why is there an urgent need to reform mental health policies? Well, on a global level, several commitments underscore this necessity. One of the most significant is the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, or CRPD, which prohibits discrimination based on disabilities, including psychosocial disabilities. Additionally, the WHO's Comprehensive Mental Health Action Plan 2013-2030 aims to ensure that at least 80% of endorsing countries update and implement national mental health policies by 2030. Despite these commitments, a stark reality persists. In some countries, up to 90% of individuals with severe mental health conditions receive no care at all. Furthermore, financial constraints remain a significant barrier. Shockingly, the global median public spending on mental health is minimal, just 2% of government health budgets. Worse still, much of this limited funding is directed towards outdated institutional care rather than modern, community-based solutions. It is also essential to address the issue of inclusion. Contrary to the ethos of CRPD, people with mental health conditions have long been excluded from personal and societal decisions. Mental health is a crucial aspect of overall well-being, and with improved policies and funding, we can ensure better support for individuals worldwide. In a significant development in the field of biotechnology, the Ministry of Science and Technology has unveiled the BioSaarthi Mentorship Initiative for biotech startups. Along with this initiative, the much-anticipated India Bioeconomy Report 2025 or IBER 2025 has also been released. The IBER 2025 has been meticulously prepared by the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, a public sector enterprise under the Department of Biotechnology or DBT. This report sheds light on the rapid advancements and contributions of the biotech sector to India's economy. Let's begin by looking at the BioSaarthi initiative itself. This is a structured 6-month cohort program designed to structure mentor-mentee engagements, offering personalized guidance to emerging biotech entrepreneurs. Through this initiative, industry-academia collaboration will be significantly strengthened. In an exciting move, overseas experts will also be engaged, particularly from the Indian diaspora, who will act as international mentors and provide valuable insights. Next, let's dive into India's booming bioeconomy. The numbers speak volumes. The sector has witnessed remarkable growth, reaching $165.7 billion in 2024, marking a 16-fold increase from $10 billion in 2014. This expansion has translated into a 4.3% contribution to the national GDP, nominal. If we break it down sector-wise, the bio-industrial sector emerges as the largest contributor, accounting for 47.2% of the total bioeconomy. Following closely behind are the biopharma, bioservices, and bioagri sectors, each playing a crucial role in shaping this industry. Regionally, the South Zone takes the lead, contributing 45.40% to the national bioeconomy, followed by the West, North, and East zones. Zooming in further, states like Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Gujarat have emerged as key contributors to this growth, making India a biotechnology powerhouse. Speaking of progress, the biotech startup ecosystem has seen phenomenal expansions over the years. From just 50 startups a decade ago, the number has skyrocketed to over 10,075 startups today. India's bioeconomy success is driven by several key pillars. A strong focus on capacity building has ensured that investments in human capital and infrastructure. Simultaneously, fostering an innovation ecosystem has led to the development of a robust research environment. Another critical factor has been product commercialization, where public-private partnerships and collaborative models have been promoted. Lastly, maintaining balanced research is essential, ensuring a strategic balance between basic and translational research. This impressive growth is also largely attributed to several key initiatives that have propelled India's bioeconomy forward. Among them are the Biotechnology for Economy, Environment and Employment, or BioE3 Policy 2024, the Biotechnology Research Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development, or BioRide 2024. Additionally, the National Biopharma Mission, or NBM 2017, has played a crucial role in advancing biopharmaceutical research, while earlier initiatives like the National Mission on Bioeconomy 2016 laid the foundation for sustainable growth in the sector. Before we wrap up, let's highlight some significant milestones in the bioeconomy sector in recent years. One of the key breakthroughs has been the launch of nephithromycin, an indigenous antibiotic designed to combat antimicrobial resistance, or AMR. Another notable achievement is the introduction of Catami by Immunil Therapeutics, a groundbreaking CAR T-cell therapy for adult B-cell non-Hodgkin lymphoma. In addition, the launch of Genie, a personalized genomics platform, is revolutionizing healthcare by providing tailored health insights. In a major development in India's infrastructure sector, the National Highways Infra Trust, or NHIT, has successfully completed the largest infrastructure investment trust, or InvIT, monetization in the roads sector, raising an impressive 18,380 crore rupees in its fourth round of fundraising. This marks a significant milestone in India's infrastructure monetization journey. To give you a quick background, NHIT was set up by the National Highways Authority of India in 2020 to support India's monetization program. But what exactly is an Infrastructure Investment Trust, or InvIT? Let's break it down. An InvIT is an investment vehicle similar to mutual funds and real estate investment trust. It enables individual and institutional investors to invest directly in infrastructure projects, either directly or through a special purpose vehicle, or SPV, or holding company. These trusts generate revenue through sources such as tolls, rents, interest, or dividends. Although the interest, dividend, and rental income are taxable in the hand of the unit holder. Regulation is a key aspect of this framework. InvITs are regulated by the SEBI Infrastructure Investment Trust Regulations 2014. To ensure investor returns, SEBI mandates that InvITs must distribute at least 90% of their income to investors. Furthermore, InvITs are also recognized as borrowers under the Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002. There are three types of InvITs: public InvITs, private listed InvITs, and private unlisted InvITs. These investment trusts come with numerous benefits, including greater access for retail investors to large infrastructure projects, lower ticket sizes, and higher liquidity due to their listing on stock exchanges. An infrastructure investment trust, or InvIT, operates as an investment mechanism where infrastructure companies or private equity firms, known as sponsors, establish an InvIT and transfer infrastructure assets to it. The InvIT trust is responsible for managing these assets by holding them and issuing investment units. Investors, in return, receive units that represent their ownership stake in the trust. This structure enables the monetization of infrastructure assets while allowing investors to participate in infrastructure development through regulated investment channels. Now, let's talk about asset monetization, or AM, and its role in infrastructure development. Asset monetization is the process of creating new sources of revenue for the government and its entities by unlocking the economic values of unutilized or underutilized public assets. This strategy plays a crucial role in India's broader monetization program. As part of this program, the National Monetization Pipeline, or NMP, developed by Niti Aayog, aims to tap into aggregate monetization potential of 6 lakh crore rupees between 2022 and 2025. Additionally, the recently launched Second Asset Monetization Plan 2025 to 2030, announced in Budget 2025, is set to generate 10 lakh crore rupees through further monetization efforts. Other key initiatives supporting this strategy include the establishment of the National Land Monetization Corporation. The successful NHIT InvIT monetization is just another example of how the country is leveraging innovative financial instruments to support economic growth. In today's Personality in News, we turn our focus to Mata Karma. The Department of Post honored Mata Karma with a commemorative stamp on her 1009th birth anniversary. A revered Bhakti saint and social reformer from the Sahu Teli community, she was known for her unwavering devotion as well as social contributions. Now, let's look at her key contributions. Her deep devotion to Lord Krishna is evident in the legend where he is believed to have accepted her khichdi in Puri. Since then, the Jagannath temple continues the tradition of offering Mata Karma Bai's khichdi as the first offering. Alongside her spiritual legacy, she played a significant role in social reform as she actively fought untouchability and challenged conservative norms while also working towards women's empowerment. Her life continues to inspire generations through her values of courage, selfless service, and devotion. As we conclude today's main news, let's have a look at some quick updates. Supreme Court in DAMB versus Bhagwan Devi 2025 case ruled that land acquired for public use under eminent domain cannot be reversed by third-party claims or private agreements. Under the doctrine of eminent domain, the government can acquire private land for public use with just compensation. The Ministry of Rural Development and United Nations Children's Fund or UNICEF, Yuva have signed a statement of intent to empower rural women and youth across India. It is a platform where youth-centric action is co-created, especially facilitated by young Indians from diverse backgrounds. The National Council for Vocational Education and Training has officially recognized the National Institute of Social Defense or NIST as an awarding body, dual category. NIST, an autonomous body under the Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, is the nodal training and research institute for social defense. The Euclid telescope has captured high-resolution images of 26 million galaxies. Euclid Telescope 2023 is named after Euclid of Alexandria, an ancient Greek mathematician known for his contributions to geometry. Euclid is a fully European mission built and operated by European Space Agency with contributions from NASA. The Public Accounts Committee raised concerns over avoidable cost as 6 transponders on GS80-18 satellite will remain unused until 2027. GS80-18 was launched in 2016 aboard Ariane 5 VA231 from French Guiana and placed in geosynchronous transfer orbit, later moved to geostationary orbit. The Public Accounts Committee reported on the premature closure of T800 carbon fiber project. Vikram Sarabhai Space Center signed an MOU with NAL, chosen for its T300 fiber expertise in 2006 for an import substitute, but delays led to its closure in 2019. India has developed its first indigenous 1.5 Tesla magnetic resonance imaging or MRI machine. It will be installed in All India Institute of Medical Sciences or AIIMS, New Delhi. It is developed through a partnership of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, etc. Japanese mathematician Masaki Kashiwara won the Abel Prize, often called the Nobel of Mathematics. He was honored for his work in algebraic analysis, representation theory, D-modules, and crystal bases. Abel Prize is an annual award for outstanding mathematicians established in 2002 by the Norwegian government. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Learning. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this episode of News Today engaging. For the solutions to the quiz and to access the PDF version of News Today, remember to visit the provided links in the description below.